Hi everybody! This is the Høvel by Maker's Cabinet. You've seen a couple of my videos showing the Høvel. This is the prelude and an in-depth look at the Høvel before the review in December. So here is the screw, and we just go clockwise to, it could be, for me it's hard to explain, but if you can see, I'm turning it this way to undo it, and it's not that difficult. And we're just going to take it all out like so, and just stand it like that. That releases this little blade holder. So it's a brass blade holder, and on the back it's magnetized. So this is the blade, so be careful because it's sharp, and it sits in a ridge. And they're magnets, you see? These two circles are the magnets that hold the blade in place. And when you need a new one, a new blade that is, this is what you do. So you pick the blade up carefully. If you have magnetic tweezers, I recommend that you use them. Now, can you see that? The magnet detects the metal and has grabbed it automatically. So you just want to very gently, and it's difficult on camera for me to do this, but you just gently push it in like so, and then pick it up and pop it back into there. Get your screw and go the other way, and you want to push it down a little. Just gently pick it up. So push it in and push it down a little. You don't want to push it too far down. The reason it was difficult doing it flat is because the hole and this screw have to line up with the ridge, you see? You have two holes, the hole that the blade is in and the hole that this little ledge has to fit into the Høvel base. So now it's tight, just going to tighten it a little, not too tight. We've pushed, it's tight, and now we're going to get a pencil. And this one is a Conte of Paris charcoal. And it's a 2B, so it's soft. You can see here, it's a little blunt. So picking up the Høvel like so, you can see there's a ridge here and a ridge here. So I take this finger and my thumb, and I pick it up like so. And then with the other hand, the pencil's going to come in, and we're going to literally hold the pencil still and do this kind of action with the Høvel. Now, it takes a little fiddling to unscrew and push the blade down a little, and then tighten, and then do your sharpening. You don't want to dig it in. You literally are caressing, and you're just shaping. Now, if you had the base, which I will show you later, the base will collect all of this rubbish, and you literally will turn the Høvel upside down in the base, and you're going to stroke your pencil like this, and the base will keep the Høvel from moving about, but it shapes the end of the pencil. So let's get back to how we're going to use it. Turn it over. Make sure the Høvel name needs to face you. Here is the name. I don't know if you can see, but here it will actually have the name Høvel. So you need to have that looking at you when you actually are sharpening. I think I had the blade backwards, so off camera I quickly switched it around. And you want to do a kind of quick, can you see what I mean? I mean, this wood is quite difficult, the Conte. And remember, it's not about a race I want to make this quite clear. When you're using a pencil sharpener like this, it's to add to the experience of your creative journey and to mold your pencil how you want it. And it's more of like an art experience, I'm going to say. It's not about racing to get the pencil sharp to make it look, you know, commercial looking sharp. It's about adding your own personality basically into your art supplies or your pencils, and you can sharpen anything that needs sharpening. I mean, I can't wait to sharpen, you know, wax crayons. You could do anything that needs sharpening, you can sharpen. I mean, if you need to sharpen your Conte sticks, the pastel sticks, you can do that with the Høvel. But just take your time. And this hasn't really taken that long. And we're just taking the wood away and turning the pencil as we do it. You can see this is how we are looking at the moment, and I'm quite pleased with that. On camera it's looking different to how it's looking in real life. It doesn't look that, on camera it's strange, it looks short, but in real life it's not that short and stubby. But we can continue taking wood away. So how long did it take me to get used to the Høvel? It's taken me a few months, I must admit. It isn't like any pencil sharpener that I've used. And what made me get the Høvel? Desperation, actually, because I had gotten in the summer into, or the summer of 22, the Conte sketching pencils, because I've really gotten into capturing Leonardo da Vinci's Scapula Glatta, the sketch that he did of the unkept hair, the unfinished sketch that he did. And so in order for it to look authentic, I got the Conte pencils. Now, they are about 9 millimeters in diameter. They don't fit any pencil sharpener that I have purchased. I even purchased the Comb, a special automatic long point sharpener thing, and it doesn't fit. I bought the Conte pencil sharpener, which one assumed would be for all of the Conte pencils, but the Conte pencils didn't fit, and it in fact broke the pencils trying to make them fit, because I assumed it would fit their particular sharpener. So that didn't work. So then I tried my electrical pencil sharpener, and that destroyed them. And so, out of desperation, I then came across the Høvel. I think it was advertised on Instagram, and I thought, I bet I'm not going to be able to afford that. It looks like it's going to be hundreds of euros, because they usually are. And I wasn't looking for something just for it to look good. I wanted it to be practical. And so I researched it, and it was under 100 euros. And I thought, my goodness, that's what I'm going to do. So I broke off the lead of this, because this is one of the original Conte pencils that has been broken internally from all of me trying to shove it in the original pencil sharpeners. So please don't think it was probably the wrong pencil. It was just, it needed sharpening. Probably the wrong pencil to demonstrate, but the point is that I want you to see that even when the pencil core is damaged, you can still, from scratch, in not too long a time, get the pencil working again. But you can't blame the Høvel for a damaged pencil that you purchased. I mean, this wasn't, it may have been damaged on arrival, but the sharpeners that I tried shoving it into certainly didn't help. And I think that's why the wood on the Conte pencils are so, difficult to, it's like there's an adhesive on it as well. I think it's purposely difficult because it's protecting the fragile core. Because basically Conte is earth pigment in clay. It's classed as, it's not pastel, but many artists, art teachers will say it's like a pastel, but it's not. That's why it's called Conte. There's pastel, Conte, and charcoal. And the Høvel for me is very fairly priced. The actual design, the base and the sharpener, the plane, is going to last you a lifetime. The blades have to be changed quite often if you are, sharpening, excessively and frequently, or if you're doing horrible pencils like I am. If you're getting through Conte and Prismacolors, then you might end up having to change your blade quite often. I'm not going to say once a month. It could be more often than once a month, depending on what you're doing. Sometimes it could be a disposable thing. If you are doing, say, 5 Conte pencils and say 5 Prismacolors, you might have to bin your blade afterwards and put a new one in, because I'm noticing that this is more blunt than when I first used it, I would say about 4 days ago. And I did, how many pencils? I'm going to say about 15 to 20, all in one go. And that was Conte and Prismacolor, some Caran watercolor pencils, a rainbow pencil, some Derwent pencils. You can see though, we're getting back to what we had before. So basically, I remember this pencil has got to stay at a certain length because of it having a damaged core. So yes, the price for me is absolutely worth it. The replacement blades, you get 10 blades in a pack. And for me in euros, it's about €4.90. That's not including delivery. So you'd put it as part of your order at Jackson Art Supplies, because it's limited where you can buy the Høvel, and Jackson Art Supplies does sell it, as well as the replacement blades. And I have a link, an affiliate link to it, underneath this video. It's at no extra cost to you, but if you do buy any product I have listed below through the link that I've supplied, I get a small commission. It's just a way of supporting a creative like me. Now sometimes you do have to tighten this up. So if it goes loose, you want to push down here when you're holding it and then tighten it up again. It just means that sometimes the more that you're working, the blade can come a bit loose. And I'm just being extra slow, deliberately, with this pencil because it's fragile. So basically, I'm leaving this pencil here. And I'm pleased with how it's looking. And you can see all this lovely mess. It's basically, if you love woodworking and art, fine art and things, then, you know, this Høvel is absolutely an essential. And it's small, it fits in your pocket. Even the base is just a little, say, a centimetre or two larger so that it can sit in it. And that's all you need. And you can put it in your bag and you can have it with you all the time. So it's a perfect sketching buddy because you just have your pencil of choice, you know, a fountain pen or something, a sketchbook, and this buddy, and you're set to go for your plein air or any kind of sketching that you want to do. This was one of the Caran pencils that I used the Høvel on when the blade was new. It is a Prismalo. Let's get that there. It's a watercolor pencil, Prismalo, in yellow. And look at the length of that. I can really get that in on the camera just to show, because to me it looks much longer. Oh, there we go, on the paper. If you can see that, it's amazingly long. Remember I said about a rainbow pencil? Now, rainbow pencils are a nightmare to sharpen, particularly the Lyra Furby ones, because they're triangular. And so that wasn't going to fit any pencil sharpener. And I didn't realise when I purchased it. And I probably wouldn't have purchased it if I didn't know that I was planning on getting the Høvel at the time. Now, the Høvel has made it so much better. It's actually longer than what it's showing on camera, the blade, the tip of it. But it's been able, let's have a quick sharpen, because we've already made mess. So let's just add to it. We'll pick up the Høvel, and we'll just start removing more wood. And you can see the difference, or hear the difference. The wood is easier to sharpen. Ah, there we go, you can see the length of it better there. It's great. I just love this pencil sharpener. The Høvel is brilliant. And yes, it gets tarnished over time. But we are going, well, I am going to be showing you how to clean it. It is still going to be, it just like it ages. So you mustn't worry that it's not looking as shiny, and, you know, I don't want it to actually, it's inconvenient for me for it to look clean and shiny all the time because it's not practical. You know, I didn't buy it for it to look pretty on the desk and do nothing. It's a practical device that I need, so I'm okay with it looking tarnished and, you know, whatever. That's brass. But I know I can drop it on the floor and it's not going to break. And that is a huge bonus for me.